I'll tell you about when electric dipole is placed in an electric field. Now, this parallel line is shown, this is the direction of uniform electric field. And a dipole AB is placed in an electric field by making an angle theta. Okay. So first we will look at here, if a negative charge placed in an electric field, it will experience a force. The direction of this force is opposite to the direction of electric field. And if you place positive charge in an electric field, again a force will act on that positive charge particle, and the direction of force is along the direction of electric field. Here both the situation exist. There is a plus q charge, so a force will act in this direction. Correct? The force due to electric field on positive charge is along the direction of electric field. What is the magnitude? The magnitude is QE. And what is the force acting on negative charge Q? It's opposite to the direction of electric field. So this is minus QE. So minus only indicates you that the direction of force is opposite to the direction of electric field. Now, what is the net force? The net force on the dipole is what? So F net is plus QE and minus QE. So if you make the sum, so net force acts on the dipole is 0. Correct? It means the dipole will be not accelerated linearly. Now next is these two forces has different line of action. The line of action are different. So these forces in result, it will rotate the dipole. So there will be a torque acts on this dipole. So you can write down the net force is what? 0. Both forces have different line of action. So they constitute a torque on the dipole. Now we will see what is the magnitude of torque. The magnitude of torque is, torque tau is equal to either force, since both the forces are equal in magnitude, either force into perpendicular distance between the line of action of those two forces, between the line of action of those two forces. This you write down in words. Okay? So the line of action of plus Q is this line, and the line of action for minus Q is this. So what is perpendicular distance? So you draw you perpendicular here. So this is A, this is B, this is C. So torque is here What is the magnitude of either force? The magnitude of either force is QE. And what is the perpendicular distance? It's a VC. Okay. So VC can be written as QE. VC can be written as the sine theta is equal to BC by AB. So BC can be written as AB sine theta. AB is a dipole length. So you can write down QE. So dipole length, by convention we take 2A into sine theta. And Q into 2A, as you earlier know, the Q into 2A is a dipole moment. So this is what? This is P E sine theta. So this is what the magnitude of torque acts on the dipole. And this torque will rotate in what direction? This torque will rotate in a clockwise direction. So you look at here, this way, and align it in the direction of electric field. ये टॉर्क क्या करेगा? इसको ऐसे रोटेट करेगा और इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड में इसको अलाइन करेगा. Now this is one part. In vector form also, you can express the torque in vector form. So torque tau is equal to P cross E. It's a vector product of dipole moment and electric field. And theta is, mind you, theta is what? Theta is angle between the direction of dipole moment, that is P, and the direction of electric field E. Okay? So this is torque. Now next thing that you remember, what is the work done of this dipole if it is rotated in an electric field? So next heading is work done of a dipole, work done on an electric dipole, rotated in an electric field, rotated in an electric field. Okay, so this is the headline. If you rotate the dipole in an electric field, how much work is done? The first object is to get this one. Let the same dipole is rotated in anti-clockwise like this by a small angle d theta. The dipole is rotated by a small angle d theta in anti-clockwise. Why anti-clockwise? Because the external agent has to rotate against the direction of electric field. Clockwise, electric field itself rotates, but anti-clockwise, the external agent has to rotate. So that's why we have taken external agent. The small work done is how much? So dW is equal to torque into d theta. Correct? Torque into d theta. Now you look at here. Torque into d theta. Next you do, so dW is, instead of torque you can write down magnitude PE sine theta d theta. Now the dipole is rotated from initial angle theta 1 to final angle theta 2. So what is net work done? Net work done, if the dipole is rotated from initial angle theta 1 to final angle theta 2, is how much? So you integrate dW. So what is that? PE will come out sine theta d theta So this is what the initial, the lower limit is theta 1, the upper limit is theta 2. So what is the integration? It's a simple integration. dw is equal to w. Okay. So PE will remain same. The integration of sine theta d theta is what? Is the minus cos theta. The limit is theta 1 to theta 2. So if you place the limit, your total work done in rotating the dipole from theta 1 to theta 2 is W is equal to PE. This is a minus, you can write on here, cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. So this is the work done if you are rotating a dipole from theta 1 angle to theta 2 angle. Now, special case we will take, special case. Special case. If theta 1 is 90 degree and theta 2 is theta, say, any angle. So what is work done? Now work done will be, this is a special case. So work done is equal to, W is equal to how much? So W is equal to minus PE cos theta. If you place this value, cos 90 is 0 and minus PE cos theta. So this is work done. If somebody will ask you, what is the potential energy of the dipole? Same thing you have to write down. You write down, same work done is stored, same work done is stored as potential energy in the dipole. So the formula of potential energy is also same. Potential energy U is equal to minus PE cos theta. So you have to see the only angle theta. Okay? So you come here, you look at two cases we will talk. If the dipole, this is an electric field, we have taken dipole 1, this is 1, another dipole is this 2, and this one is 3. 3 dipoles we have taken, 1, 2, 3. All 3 are placed in a uniform electric field. Now you look at here, in all 3 cases, you find the potential energy. So what do you look at here? The potential energy in case 1. Now tell me, what is theta? Theta is angle between the direction of dipole moment and the direction of electric field. So theta is 0. What is the potential energy? So U1 is equal to minus PE cos theta 1. PE cos 0 degree. So answer is minus PE. This is case 1. Now case 2, you tell me. What is the case 2? In case 2, angle theta is what? Case 2. Angle theta is what? This is the direction of dipole moment. This is the direction of electric field. So what is the angle? Theta is 90 degree. So what is potential energy? Potential energy U is equal to minus PE cos 90 degree. So what is that? It's a 0. Cos 90 is 0. Case 3. Come here. Case 3. The case 3 is, what is theta in case 3? The case 3 theta, this is the direction of dipole moment in this and direction of electric field in that way. So So the angle theta is here 180 degree, or you can say pi radian. So what is your potential energy? The potential energy U3 is equal to minus PE cos 180. And as you know, cos 180 is minus 1. So this is what? Minus minus plus. Okay. Now in all three cases, find out which case is the lowest potential energy. Case 1, minus PE. Which case, in which highest potential energy is the case 3, and 0 potential energy in case 2. So the case of lowest potential energy is called stable equilibrium. Case of lowest potential energy, case of lowest potential energy is called stable equilibrium. So this is much important concept, stable equilibrium. So stable equilibrium will take place if the potential energy is least. And least potential energy in any orientation, if you look, this is case 1, minus P. And what is the maximum potential energy? That is called unstable equilibrium. Stable equilibrium and unstable equilibrium. So in unstable equilibrium, potential energy is highest. So highest is how much? This is a plus P. This is what called case of unstable equilibrium. So everything is decided by your whether your dipole is stable or it is unstable. It depends on potential energy. So this you have to take it in mind carefully. Now you come here. Next part that I will deal you, one small thing, that electric polarization. How can you say electric polarization? Electric polarization. This is a short topic that we'll deal here. Electric polarization is, if somebody will ask you what do you mean by dielectric? So dielectric is basically an insulator. But not all insulators are dielectric. Some specialty for the dielectric is there. So if you place an insulator in an electric field, if charges are induced, mind you, those insulators which are placed in an electric field, if charges are induced, then those insulators are called dielectric. So dielectric is insulator, no doubt, but all insulators are not dielectric. For dielectric, the few lines you note down. Dielectric substance. It is an insulator which, when placed in an electric field, the charges are induced on it. So say this is your electric field and some dielectric substance is placed. Following? The charges are induced. How charges are induced, that you look at here. तो कभी भी हम एक्सप्लेन अगर करते हैं तो हम चार्ज का शिफ्टिंग दिखाएंगे इलेक्ट्रॉन के टर्म में. तो इलेक्ट्रॉन जो है वो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड का अपोजिट आएगा. इसका मतलब हुआ इलेक्ट्रॉन घूम करके यहाँ आ गया. सो दिस इज माइनस, दिस इज माइनस, दिस इज माइनस. एंड सिंस इलेक्ट्रॉन कम्स हियर, सो दिस portion is plus plus plus. So this way the charges are induced in a dielectric. So dielectric is an insulator. Not all insulators are dielectric. Dielectric is an insulator which, when placed in an electric field, charges are induced. Now you have two categories of dielectric, the polar dielectric and non-polar dielectric. So two dielectrics we will talk here, polar dielectric, and B is what? Non-polar dielectric. Now polar dielectric, how will you define? The polar dielectric is such dielectric which has their own permanent इलेक्ट्रिक डाइपोल मोमेंट। अब फिर से हम डाइपोल पर चले, क्योंकि अब ध्यान दो, कोई भी मॉलिक्यूल है, दिस इज ए मॉलिक्यूल, तो मॉलिक्यूल में जितने प्रोटॉन होगा उतने इलेक्ट्रॉन होगा, दैट यू नो। इसका मतलब है कि यह एक इलेक्ट्रिक डाइपोल की तरह है, जितना पॉजिटिव चार्ज उतना नेगेटिव चार्ज। प्रॉब्लम क्या है कि इलेक्ट्रॉन इज डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड लाइक ए क्लाउड। तो हम लोग ऐसा बोलते हैं कि सेंटर ऑफ नेगेटिव चार्ज क्लाउड, इफ दे डोंट कोइंसाइड द सेंटर ऑफ पॉजिटिव चार्ज, इसका मतलब है कि नेगेटिव चार्ज का सेंटर यहां, पॉजिटिव चार्ज का सेंटर यहां, they are not coinciding, then it will form an electric dipole, and this has a dipole length and dipole moment. If you know the formula, T is equal to Q into 2a. So since it has dipole length, it has charge equal and opposite magnitude, so this forms an electric dipole. So there are few substances which has their permanent electric dipole moment, और कुछ ऐसे भी है, जैसे एग्जाम्पल हम लें कि जिसका सेंटर ऑफ नेगेटिव चार्ज क्लाउड कोइंसाइड्स विथ द सेंटर ऑफ पॉजिटिव चार्ज। इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि डाइपोल लेंथ 0 हो गया, तो डाइपोल लेंथ 0 हो जाएगा तो डाइपोल मोमेंट भी 0 हो जाएगा। तो ऐसे मॉलिक्यूल को या ऐसे डाइलेक्ट्रिक को हम बोलते हैं नॉन पोलर डाइलेक्ट्रिक, जिसके डाइपोल मोमेंट नहीं हुआ। तो पोलर डाइलेक्ट्रिक वो हुआ जिसका कुछ न कुछ डाइपोल मोमेंट। Polar, non-polar, polar dielectric means it has permanent electric dipole moment. Non-polar dielectric means it has zero electric dipole moment. Why? Because the center of negative charge coincides with center of positive charge. So dipole length becomes 0. Okay? Now, some example you can note down. CH4 is a non-polar. Then benzene, C6H6. These are non-polar molecules. Non-polar molecules. That means what? Its dipole moment is 0. NH3 is a polar molecule. The polar molecule has permanent dipole moment. Non-polar molecule has a 0 electric dipole moment. That is why it is called non-polar. Now I am telling you, the dielectric is also classified into two categories, a polar dielectric and a non-polar dielectric. I am telling you whether the dielectric is polar or the dielectric is non-polar if they kept in an electric field, the charges are induced, and this creates some induced electric dipole moment. मतलब क्या हुआ कि जब कोई भी डाइलेक्ट्रिक को, चाहे वो पोलर हो चाहे नॉन पोलर हो, अगर हम इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड में रखें तो उस पर कुछ ना कुछ इंड्यूस्ड इलेक्ट्रिक डाइपोल मोमेंट आ जाता है। यानी पहले जितना डाइपोल मोमेंट था, हो सकता है 0 हो सकता है कुछ हो, अब वो कुछ ना कुछ बढ़ के आ गया, तो इसको बोलते हैं इंड्यूस्ड इलेक्ट्रिक डाइपोल मोमेंट। ओके, कब होगा? जब किसी डाइलेक्ट्रिक को इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड में रखते हैं। क्यों हुआ? तो आपने बताना कि जो ही हम डाइलेक्ट्रिक को किसी इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड में रखते हैं तो उस पर चार्ज इंड्यूस होता है। ओके, चार्ज इंड्यूस होता है। चार्ज इंड्यूस होने के कारण इसका जितना भी पहले डाइपोल मोमेंट था उससे ज्यादा डाइपोल मोमेंट होता है, डाइपोल मोमेंट चेंज होता है। पहले 0 था तो कुछ ना कुछ आ गया, पहले से कुछ था तो और बढ़ जाएगा, तो वो जो इंड्यूस्ड इलेक्ट्रिक डाइपोल मोमेंट आया ड्यू टू कीपिंग ए डाइलेक्ट्रिक इन एन इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड। ओके, अब आओ पोलराइजेशन की बात करें। तो जब इतनी बातें समझ गए तो पोलराइजेशन समझ जाओगे। तो पोलराइजेशन इज डिफाइंड एज induced electric dipole moment of a dielectric when it is placed in an electric field per unit volume. Again, polarization is defined as induced dipole moment of a dielectric substance per unit volume when it is kept in an electric field. So, this definition you note down. Induced dipole moment divided by per unit volume. So, this polarization P, you can write down induced electric dipole moment, note down कर लो, divided by volume of dielectric। तो इसका यूनिट क्या होगा? डाइपोल मोमेंट का यूनिट होता है कूलम मीटर, इसका होता है मीटर क्यूब, तो कुल मिला के हो जाएगा कूलम मीटर माइनस क्यूब। दिस इज व्हाट द पोलराइजेशन of a dielectric. If you place a dielectric, there will be some induced dipole moment, whether it is polar or whether it is non-polar. Okay. अब आओ, जो हमको नेक्स्ट छोटे छोटे टॉपिक पढ़ना है वो अगला है आपको इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स, जो हमको गॉस थ्योरम में जरूरत पड़ेगा। तो इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स पढ़ने से पहले आप समझ लें एक टॉपिक आएगा एरिया वेक्टर। टॉक अबाउट इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स। Area vector. Now mind you, anything is supposed to be an area vector, but the direction of area vector is outward perpendicular. It is open, this is outward, and if it is closed, then you can understand outward perpendicular means. So area vector, it is a vector whose magnitude is the area of surface, is its area of surface, and its direction is along the outward perpendicular. This you remember. So area is normally, earlier you have read that the area is a scalar quantity, but in explaining electric flux you have to consider that area is a vector quantity. Now electric field, you know, we are talking electric flux. So what is electric flux? See there, this is your electric field lines. Okay, electric field lines. If you place here a surface like this, if it is held perpendicular, there is no problem. You will find that all electric field lines intersect this surface normally, perpendicularly. So all electric field lines, mind you, intersects perpendicular. Okay. So the number of electric field lines passing through the surface perpendicularly is electric flux. Electric flux is what? Flux means flow. The electric lines of force flows through a surface such that The lines of force are perpendicular to the surface, intercepting. So look at here. So in this case, the electric flux phi is phi electric flux is equal to E into area, S for area. S is here. Because all electric field lines are passing through the surface normally. Okay. Now, one thing you do, if the surface is held in inclined position, let this one. Now the surface is this, like this. What will happen? This is the direction of S, area vector, and this is the direction of electric field. The angle between them is theta. In this case, what is electric flux? In this case, electric flux, phi electric flux, because you know that all lines of forces are not crossing the surface perpendicularly. So what you will take here, we will take a component of electric flux. Okay? The component of electric flux like this. If this component is this, if one component will be this, another component will be this. So the which component you will look at here? This is the cos component. ये मान लो एरिया है, तो इसका एक कंपोनेंट तो ऐसा होगा जिस कंपोनेंट पे फील्ड लाइंस परपेंडिकुलर आएगा, तो हमको वही कंपोनेंट लेना है जिस पर फील्ड लाइंस क्या होना चाहिए, परपेंडिकुलर होना चाहिए. सो फाई इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स यानी इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स इज इक्वल टू इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इनटू कंपोनेंट एस कॉस थीटा. सो लाइक दिस यू हैव टू राइट एस कॉस थीटा. व्हाट इज थीटा? तो थीटा आप ध्यान से समझ लेना. थीटा इज एंगल बिटवीन द डायरेक्शन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड एंड द डायरेक्शन ऑफ एरिया वेक्टर. एरिया वेक्टर क्या है कि इस सरफेस पर जो परपेंडिकुलर ड्रॉ किया गया है. दिस इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग यू हैव टू कीप इन माइंड. थीटा का मतलब क्या हुआ? थीटा इज एंगल बिटवीन डायरेक्शन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड एंड द डायरेक्शन ऑफ एरिया वेक्टर. या फिर डायरेक्शन ऑफ एरिया वेक्टर की जगह आप बोल सकते हो कि थीटा इज एंगल बिटवीन द डायरेक्शन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड एंड द परपेंडिकुलर ड्रॉन ओवर द सरफेस. परपेंडिकुलर ड्रॉन ओवर, ये परपेंडिकुलर इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड के साथ जो एंगल बना वो थीटा है. ओके. सो थीटा का मीनिंग जरूर ध्यान से नोट करना. एंगल बिटवीन द डायरेक्शन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड एंड एरिया वेक्टर. तो शॉर्ट में हुआ, या फिर डायरेक्शन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड एंड परपेंडिकुलर ड्रॉन ओवर द सरफेस ऑफ एरिया वेक्टर. सो दिस इज मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट. ओके. अब ये ध्यान में रखना पड़ेगा एस कॉस थीटा. अब इसको हम वेक्टर फॉर्म में लिख सकते हैं. इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स जो होता है वो वेक्टर फॉर्म में भी लिख सकते हो. कॉस थीटा कब आता था आपको याद होगा, डॉट प्रोडक्ट में ई डॉट एस. इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड, तो इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स को मैथमेटिकली डिफाइन करेंगे. इट इज डॉट प्रोडक्ट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड वेक्टर एंड एरिया वेक्टर. मैथमेटिकली इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स इज डिफाइंड एज इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड वेक्टर एंड एरिया वेक्टर. इट इज ए स्केलर क्वांटिटी. स्केलर क्वांटिटी. अब यूनिट बताओ. तो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड का यूनिट होता है न्यूटन पर कूलम. एरिया वेक्टर का यूनिट होगा मीटर स्क्वायर, या फिर दूसरा भी यूनिट होता है इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड का होता है वोल्ट पर मीटर, इंटू एरिया वेक्टर का होता है मीटर स्क्वायर. सो कुल मिला के मीटर तो कैंसिल हो जाएगा. वोल्ट मीटर, इट इज द यूनिट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स. ओके. तो दीज आर सम बेसिक थिंग्स यू रिमेंबर. एक दो चीज आप दिमाग में रखें कि मान लो कि कोई सरफेस इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड के परपेंडिकुलर रखा है, ऐसे इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड आपकी तरफ जा रहा है, सरफेस को ऐसे रख दिए, तो कोई हमें बता सकते हैं कि थीटा का वैल्यू क्या होगा? दिस यू थिंक द सरफेस इज हेल्ड परपेंडिकुलर टू द डायरेक्शन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड. व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ थीटा? दिस यू थिंक जो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड का डायरेक्शन है वो मेरे से आपकी तरफ जा रहा है ऐसे, और सरफेस इज हेल्ड परपेंडिकुलर, व्हाट इज द एंगल थीटा. ओके, दिस यू डिसाइड, एंड नेक्स्ट क्लास वी विल मेक द आंसर व्हाट इज द एंगल एक्चुअली. थैंक यू. नेक्स्ट क्लास में हम लोग गॉस थ्योरम पढ़ेंगे और उसके एप्लीकेशन.